Have you ever wondered what grocery items the government might be secretly stockpiling? You might be shocked to learn just how prepared they really are. The government plans for every possible scenario, from pandemics to natural disasters and even long-term power grid failures. But what are they stashing away in those highly secured underground facilities? These aren't your typical pantry items. These are the essentials they believe could make a real difference in survival when times get tough. Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 grocery items that the government is hoarding right now, and why you should be too. If they're preparing for the worst, shouldn't we be as well? Welcome back to Preppers Community, where we keep you informed and one step ahead. This is where true preppers get serious. Let's jump in and break down what they know that we might not. Asterisk, asterisk. First up on our list is canned meats. Think tuna, chicken, Spam, all those hearty options that can save the day when times get tough. So why is the government so invested in canned goods? It all boils down to shelf life. These proteins can last for years, making them a reliable choice in the face of disasters or societal breakdowns. When chaos strikes, what do you think people will really want? It won't be about eating balanced meals. It will be about grabbing whatever fills their stomachs and keeps them energized. Canned meats are calorie-dense and packed with protein, making them the ultimate survival food. In a post-apocalyptic world, you won't just want to survive, you'll want to thrive. You need that energy to keep going and to tackle whatever challenges come your way. Plus, they're incredibly versatile. Spice it up, mix it with rice, beans, or whatever you have on hand. There are endless ways to make canned meats delicious. The government knows the importance of these foods, which is why they're stockpiling canned meats as if tomorrow might never come. If you're serious about prepping, make sure your pantry is stocked with these essential survival proteins. Asterisk, asterisk. Next up is something that might surprise you. Powdered milk. You might be thinking, really? Powdered milk? But let me tell you, the government sees its value, and so should you. With an incredible shelf life that can last for years, or even decades when stored properly, powdered milk is a secret weapon in your prepping arsenal. Picture this. A sudden power outage strikes, and all that fresh milk goes sour. Meanwhile, you have a stash of powdered milk ready to go. This is not just about having a backup, it's about staying prepared for the unexpected. The government stockpiles powdered milk because it's versatile and nutrient-rich, perfect for emergencies. You can use it for cooking, baking, or even to create your own dairy products. Don't underestimate the power of this essential item. Stocking up on powdered milk could mean the difference between a healthy diet and going without during a crisis. Make sure it's part of your preparedness plan, because when it comes to survival, knowledge is power, and the government knows this all too well. Asterisk, asterisk. Alright, moving on to something a little sweeter. Honey. Now you might think of honey as just something to sweeten your tea, but trust me, it's a prepper's best friend. Have you ever considered why the government might be stockpiling it? Let's dive in. First off, honey never goes bad. Yes, you heard that right. Never. Archaeologists have found jars of honey in Egyptian tombs that are thousands of years old, and guess what? It was still perfectly good to eat. That's the kind of shelf life we're talking about here. But it's not just about longevity. Honey is packed with antioxidants and has antibacterial properties. In a survival situation, can you see how valuable this could be? Imagine needing an energy boost when you're running on fumes or treating a wound with a natural remedy. Honey can do that and more. Plus, it's a fantastic natural sweetener, making your meals more enjoyable during tough times. So, let me ask you, how many jars of honey do you currently have stocked? If you're serious about prepping, pick up a few extra jars. You won't regret having this powerhouse in your pantry. Asterisk, asterisk. Chapter 5. Dried beans, the survivalist's best friend. Now we're diving into the real deal, the foundation of any good prepper pantry. Dried beans. Think black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, you name it. But why is the government so keen on stocking these? First off, let's talk about cost. You can grab a massive bag of dried beans for just a few bucks. That's serious bang for your buck, and the best part? They can last for years, even decades, when stored correctly. How important is that when you're preparing for long-term emergencies? But it's not just about the price or shelf life. Beans are nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with protein, fiber, iron, everything your body needs to thrive in tough times. Did you know that beans are one of the few complete protein sources? That's something you'll often miss in other survival foods. Picture this. making hearty soups, stews, or dips from your stash of beans. They're not just a survival food, they're the backbone of a sustainable food supply. And guess what? The government knows this, which is why they're keeping a close eye on their bean stockpiles. So I want to know, how many bags of dried beans do you have in your pantry right now? If you're serious about prepping, make sure you've got a healthy supply of these little powerhouses ready to go. Asterisk, asterisk. Chapter 6. Peanut butter, the protein powerhouse that never goes bad. All right, let's talk about a classic, peanut butter. You might think this one's a no-brainer, but there's a reason why peanut butter is a staple in any prepper's pantry. First off, it's delicious. Seriously, who doesn't love peanut butter? You can eat it straight from the jar, spread it on crackers, or incorporate it into countless recipes. In high-stress situations, a little comfort food like peanut butter can lift your spirits and provide some much-needed energy. But let's get to the real reason the government stocks up on peanut butter. It's incredibly nutritious. We're talking protein, healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, everything you need to fuel your body when times get tough. Peanut butter is a true nutritional powerhouse, and the best part? It lasts indefinitely, especially when stored in a cool, dark place. Think about it. When fresh food goes bad, you'll still have your trusty peanut butter ready to go. So, how many jars do you have in your pantry right now? If you're serious about prepping, make sure to stock up on peanut butter. It's a delicious, nutritious, and shelf-stable food that can make all the difference in an emergency. Asterisk, asterisk. Chapter 7. Instant coffee, your morning pick-me-up, even in the apocalypse. All right, let's dive into something essential for many preppers out there. Coffee, specifically instant coffee. Now, I know some of you coffee aficionados might be rolling your eyes, but hear me out. In a grid-down scenario, your fancy espresso machine isn't going to help you much. But instant coffee? That's a game changer. It's lightweight, portable, and requires no special equipment. Just add hot water and you're ready to roll. Think about it. When the world goes sideways, having a little comfort in your routine can make all the difference. And let's be real. In stressful situations, a caffeine boost is often what you need to stay alert, focused, and ready for action. You want to keep your wits about you, especially when things are uncertain. But here's the kicker. Instant coffee has a surprisingly long shelf life. That's why the government is stockpiling it. They know how crucial it can be during tough times. So stock up on a few jars, keep them in a cool, dark place, and trust me, you'll be grateful when the power goes out, and you still have your morning pick-me-up. How many jars of instant coffee do you have in your prepper pantry? Make sure you're ready to face whatever comes your way with a good cup of joe. Asterisk, asterisk. Chapter 8. Multivitamins, a secret ingredient in the government's emergency stockpile. Now, let's dive into something a little less flashy. Multivitamins. You might not think of them as essential prepper supplies, but the truth is, they play a crucial role in any survival strategy. When things go south, you're likely going to eat whatever you can find, and let's be honest, it's not going to be a gourmet feast. That's where multivitamins come in handy. The government knows that a balanced diet can be hard to come by during a crisis, which is why they include multivitamins in their stockpiles. These powerful supplements help fill in the nutritional gaps, making sure your body gets the essential vitamins and minerals it needs to keep functioning at its best. Think about the implications. A reliable multivitamin can boost your immune system and support your energy levels, helping you stay healthy when resources are limited. The government's foresight in stockpiling these shows they understand the importance of maintaining health in uncertain times. So, are you prepared? Check your prepper pantry and ensure you have a solid supply of multivitamins on hand. They might not be glamorous, but in a survival scenario, they could be your secret weapon for staying strong and resilient. Asterisk, asterisk. Chapter 9. Salt, the unsung hero of survival. Now let's talk about something that's often overlooked in the prepping world. Salt. You might think, salt? I've got a whole shaker of it. But let me tell you, salt is far more than just a seasoning. It's an essential survival item, and the government knows this well. First off, salt is crucial for regulating your body's fluid balance. In a survival situation, especially if you're sweating a lot or not drinking enough water, maintaining proper hydration becomes critical. Without sufficient salt, your body struggles to hold on to fluids, leading to dehydration, which can be dangerous when resources are limited. But that's not all. Salt is a natural preservative, a method that's been used for centuries to keep food safe. Before refrigeration, people relied on salt to cure meats and preserve vegetables. This skill is just as valuable today, especially in uncertain times. The government stockpiles salt for a reason. It's not just for flavor, it's about survival and sustaining a food supply in emergencies. So make sure you've got a solid supply of both iodized and non-iodized salt in your prepper pantry. Knowing how to use salt effectively can make a significant difference when the situation gets tough. How much salt do you have on hand? Now's the time to ensure you're well stocked. Chapter 10: Baking Soda, the Prepper's Swiss Army Knife. Alright, let's dive into a true prepping MVP, baking soda. This stuff is like the Swiss Army knife of the prepping world, and believe me, there's a reason the government recognizes its value in survival situations. First off, baking soda is a fantastic natural cleaning agent. You can use it to clean your dishes, laundry, even your body. In a survival scenario, where hygiene might be challenging, having a reliable cleaning solution can make all the difference. The government knows that maintaining hygiene is crucial for health and safety during emergencies, which is why they stockpile items like baking soda. But that's just the beginning. Baking soda is also an effective natural antacid. If you're facing heartburn or indigestion in a high-stress situation, this little wonder can provide quick relief. Plus, it can even extinguish small fires, making it a versatile tool in your prepper kit. You can use baking soda for personal care too. It can serve as an ingredient in toothpaste, deodorant, and even insect repellent. Talk about multi-purpose. And the best part? Baking soda has an incredibly long shelf life, so you can stock up without worry. Make sure you have a good supply of baking soda in your pantry. It's not just a baking ingredient, it's a key player in your survival strategy. How many uses for baking soda can you think of? Prepare for anything with this essential prepper staple. Chapter 11: Spices, flavoring your survival. Alright, let's wrap things up with something that might seem a little frivolous in a survival situation, but trust me on this one. Spices. I'm talking about garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, cumin, and all the good stuff that makes food taste amazing. Now I know what you're thinking. Spices? We're talking about the end of the world here. Who cares about flavor? But here's the reality. In the immediate aftermath of a disaster, you might not be too worried about making gourmet meals. However, after a while, you're going to want something more than just bland, boring food. The government understands this too, which is why they often recommend having a variety of supplies, including spices, in your emergency kits. Spices can transform a simple pot of beans into a culinary masterpiece. They can make a bland bowl of rice taste like $1,000,000. And let's be honest, in a world where morale is low and hope is scarce, a little bit of flavor can go a long way in lifting spirits and keeping you motivated. Plus, spices have an incredibly long shelf life. So don't underestimate the power of spices, my friends. Stock up on your favorites and be ready to flavor the end of the world, one delicious meal at a time. How many different spices do you have in your prepper pantry? Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow preppers. Remember, knowledge is power, and when it comes to prepping, the more you know, the better prepared you'll be. As we've discussed, having a well-stocked pantry with essentials like dried beans, peanut butter, and spices is crucial. Even the government emphasizes the importance of being prepared for emergencies, so make sure you're not caught off guard. Don't forget to subscribe to Preppers Community and hit that notification bell so you're always ready for whatever comes next. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive into more prepping secrets you need to know.